It is the Monday night rant, and let's wait for this audience to build up because tonight, my friends, we're not covering any training topic. It is simply an information release. And what we're going to do, my friends, is give you the lineup for AREC 2020, my friends. Sorry, 2022, my friends. So we'll just wait for this audience building up. Good, strong audience. Trevor Bowen, the great man. Leo Zanelli, how are you? Bernard Desmond, what a great day we had with you on Thursday. And Mo Hannon. Hannon's one of the speakers at AREC. He knocked him. Mate, he was amazing on the rant. And John McGrath turned around. He said, lock him in. Got to get that guy to speak at AREC. So, Hannon, mate, I'm having a look here at the program. Day two, my friends. Day two. So that's what we're going to do today. Good to see you all, my friend. Benny Schlawitska, Mark Sully. Mark Sully, I reckon you got to be on the program next year. How many guys do you know that do 250 deals a year? Right? In Greenacre. Well done. Sarah Bell from Rita/CoreLogic RP Data. So, Sarah, is it Rita or CoreLogic now? It would be good for you to actually tell us because I know that you've been sort of acquired. Sam says Chiminello. Now, let me tell you, my friends, Chiminello is absolutely crushing it, but Chiminello is not going to be speaking this year because he's actually spoken, I think, 2 times before. Good evening, Trish from Place. There's another guy that could actually hit the AREC program. Trish, what do you write? I mean, you do about 120 deals, I think. Julian Barter from Paul Biller's office. Beautiful. Marty Fox. No, Sam. Marty's already spoken. Go the Roosters. Go the Roosters. But anyway, guys, and hey, Peter, how you going? So, gang, let's go through the program. Okay? Let's go through the program. So, firstly, it is the 30th and the 31st of May, I believe. So it's the Sunday, Monday. So get on, book your flights. This is going to be massive. And the reason I know it's going to be massive, my friends, is because every exhibition booth has sold out. They're all gone. You can't get any more. Number 2, there is this pent-up demand of people wanting to interact with other people and, of course, get away to the Gold Coast because they love it there, don't they? Sun's out, guns out. They love it on the Gold Coast. They love to go there and party and also learn. Sunday night, there is a party. I want to confirm that. Sunday night, there is a party. So, gang, let's go through it. And I've got to tell you, today, my friends, has been a super day for me. And I've got to tell you why. Because many of you have known that I copped COVID 2 times in 4 or 5 weeks. I've been absolutely suffering. And there was all this concern that what had happened is that the fatigue and all the side effects that I was actually having, shortness of breath goes on, man, that it may have actually triggered something to do with my other illness, cancer. Cut a long story short, had to get scans done. And what they found is not only had I had COVID for 2 times in 4 weeks, I also had pneumonia, and that showed up in the CAT scan. So, man, slowly going to get better, but it's so good to know that the big C is not something I should be concerned about. So, gang, feeling excited, feeling pumped. Let's go through. Okay, let's go through it. Firstly, Seth Godin. Seth Godin, who, by the way, is my favorite of all the people in the world. Thought leadership, marketing, anyone that's an expert. Seth Godin. This is the guy. This might work. The author of this book. He's also the author of The Purple Cow and heaps of other books. This guy is an absolute genius, right? So Seth Godin is confirmed. Beautiful. In addition to that, my friends, get ready for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mel Robbins. Yes, Mel Robbins. And I've got to tell you, there's another person I absolutely adore. She wrote I think it's the 5-second rule. Susan, can you confirm that? But Mel Robbins, she's extraordinary. By the way, as I'm talking about things, if you actually want to go Google, hey, Paulie Biller's available. And I've got to tell you, Paulie, you should be another potential speaker at AREC. 2.5 million GCI last year, and everyone loves the Paul Biller letter that I share with the real estate gym. Okay, let's keep going. So far, Seth Godin, Mel Robbins, right? In addition to that, let's go through in terms of speakers that are including some of the locals. 5-second rule says Ann Mole. Great, beautiful. 5-second rule says Ann Mole. Okay, so Con Stathopoulos has to be the real estate sales leader of the last 2 years, mate. What that guy has done is gone into various markets and taken market share. He's built an incredible empire, and Con Stathopoulos will be doing a session for 20 minutes. Well done, Con. We're going to be pumped about that. Let's keep going. Carla Freda, the incredible agent from Jealous Craig, who last year got unwell, and in addition to that, she couldn't actually leave the state because if you remember, 2 days before AREC commenced, Melbourne went into a lockdown, and only people that had left Melbourne earlier on in the week were able to cross the border to Queensland. So, man, yes, Taney could be there again, 100%. He's another guy that spoke. Look, there's so many people that you could actually get to speak again. You know, your Tostevens, your Taneys, your Rubensteins, your Steinwades. But we always try to make sure that we're putting in new talent and people aren't saying, I've already seen him. The next one, Diego Tragilla from Harcourts in New Zealand, 300 sales a year, and I call this guy the high-tech agent. He's actually known for saying, I really deep down don't like talking to too many people. I prefer to run it as a seamless technology stay-in-touch strategy where I'm just across giving people valuable information that they're actually across what I'm doing and what's happening in the market. And when they're ready to do a deal, they come to me. So, man, 300 sales, that's not a fluke. So he's coming from New Zealand. He is our only New Zealand speaker. So, Diego. Next one, Michael Koloshi. Now, I will go as far as saying that Michael Koloshi is probably the owner of the most progressive, successful real estate operation in Australia at the moment. I mean, they're on track to do 45 million GCI. This is a serious business, my friends. And Michael Koloshi, whose business is on the Gold Coast, which means that he's only got to drive 10 minutes to actually come, will be talking about what he does in the back end to get his business to be able to turn over so many properties. So let's keep moving on. Then we've got Dirk Miller from CoreLogic RP Data. We know that you've got to make data your best friend. And CoreLogic have been kind enough to actually get Dirk to actually do a deep dive of the most important data that you can be using when you're actually trying to get a vendor to list with you, when you're trying to get a vendor to realign their price, when you're trying to get a buyer to increase their value. So on the use of data and also a lot of other things like how to predict what property is going to come onto the market next by using various forms of technology that can now actually have a pretty good idea they're coming on the market. Let's keep moving on. Vin Gian. Now, I've been told, I don't know much about this guy. He's a keynote. And I've got to say to you, my friends, Nicola from AREC has said, Tom, he is going to knock them off their feet. He's just extraordinary. He's a professional. I have the impression that he's going to make people laugh a lot, and he's going to finish day one on the Sunday. And I'm also going to let you know that very soon you will be getting the AREC brochure. So, my friends, look out for it. It is going to sell out. It is going to sell out. We know that from the expos. So let's keep moving on. Then on Sunday, we got the party. For those that like to party, and for some people, that's the highlight of the conference. Leave it at that. Lisa Novak says it's one of the best experiences of her life. You're extraordinary, Lisa. I still remember talking to you about doing AREC. I remember I was in Queensland on a phone at 8 o'clock at night talking to you about, 9 months before the event when you spoke last year. So, as I said to you, Mel Robbins is going to kick it all off. And I have to say to you, man, go off and YouTube Mel Robbins. She is absolutely just incredible. Life coach, strong mindset. And I've got to tell you, you've got to have a strong mindset in our business. And I think a lot of people actually are very, very, very soft. They get a small sort of punch in the face and then they disappear off the face of the earth. And she's really good at helping people understand you never make a bad day look like a bad year. She's a weapon, says Ali. Let's keep going. Hannon, we've spoken about, man, on track to do 3 million in his second year in a new market. Then we've got Helen Yan, BP. The quiet achiever, Helen Yan from Melbourne, Ray White. And I've got to say to you, look, form is temporary, class is permanent. She's class because she's consistently number one for Ray White in Victoria. And I've got to tell you, softly spoken, quite conservative, but man, those numbers she does are extraordinary. And, I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, Nick's joined us. And by the way, everyone, can I say to you that ticket prices at AREC, $850, right? $850. 2 days that can transform your life. Learning is earning. I know so many people that have actually claimed that AREC was the defining moment. It was the path that they took afterwards that actually changed the trajectory of their real estate career. Now, whether that's because there was a specific speaker or it was the combination of all the speakers, or whether it was the fact that you're in a room with 3,500, 4,000 people that are like-minded, that want the same thing better, or whether it was the fact that you took away yourself from the business and you actually went off and you did an audit. Man, how am I doing compared to what I'm hearing out here? So, man, and as Susan says, real estate gym members get great rates, the best rates. If you're a gym member, you know what you've got to do. Okay, let's move on. Next speaker, Sam Ragopoulos. As far as I know, at the moment, I think he is REB, the number one agent in Victoria. I could be wrong there. Like it's either 1 or 2 in REB. I think he's the number one agent for Jealous Craig as well. He's a great guy. I've interviewed him in the real estate gym a number of times. Good guys do come first. He shows that. And we're quite blessed. We're quite blessed to have Sam Ragopoulos speaking at AREC for the first time. In addition to that, we also have Jason Adcock, the prestige agent of Brisbane, the agent that has totally transformed the way he does real estate, because this guy here is a social media king, man. He has learned the art of retargeting. He has learned how to actually hit people that matter on their social media platforms. And I've got to tell you, another guy that writes, I think he's 3-4 million in GCI, Jason Adcock. I've known Jason for 30 years. We worked together in the same brand many, many years ago. So looking forward to that. Then we've got, of course, Seth Watts. Seth Watts, who is the one of the co-founders of Campaign Agent. And I find that the information that he's got on trends and technology is extraordinary. And he's going to be talking about, hey, how marketing has changed since COVID, what's working, what's not, what's the behavior of buyers and sellers, and the real estate agents that are crushing it, where the money is going. So Seth Watts, Laura Mackay. from Highland. And I'm looking forward to, by the way, everyone, Wednesday, I've got the Highland Conference on the Gold Coast. Look forward to seeing you there, Highland Group. You've got your whole team there. Looking forward to that. So Laura Mackay is, so we got a very strong female representation at AREC, right? Whether it's real estate agents or whether it's speakers that are speaking from overseas like Mel Robbins. So we've got a very strong representation. So Laura Mackay, who is, again, going to REB, top women, you'll see, she's up there. Then we've got Mario San Francisco. Now, I've said the name wrong, right? I know I've said the name wrong, but Mario from Canberra, another guy that writes between $3 or $4 million bucks. He is the only speaker from the ACT, an incredible guy, another guy I've known for many, many, many years. Originally owned a business and then decided that he would actually run as an EBU and is absolutely crushing it. So Mario's also speaking. And then we've got, Dr. Richard Harris, who, again, Nicola has said to me, she thinks that he'll probably score in terms of content up there with being the best. So, gang, let me give you the final bit of information that you need about AREC. Number one, ticket prices at $8.50. If you want our book, arecconference.com is the URL. Get onto your airlines. They're all fly there. Qantas flies there. Jetstar flies there. Virgin flies there. Tickets for flights, man, it's the only place I know in Australia you're picking up tickets for 50, 60 bucks. Lock them in early. Some people actually, I don't know why they do it. They fly to Brisbane. But man, so pumped and excited about AREC 2022. You got the URL, man. Yeah, Darren says, can we fit Taney in? Listen, he's a number one agent. He's an all-round good bloke. He's a guy that I actually coach, and I consider him not just a client, a very, very close friend. So, sorry, Nicola has corrected me. Nicola, it is arecconference.com.au. www.arecconference.com.au. Trevor Bowen says he has booked already. Congratulations, my friend. And it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good knowing that, the fear factor that we've had in previous years due to COVID, masks and, social distancing, it's going to really resemble pretty much what life was like pre-2020 when COVID started. So Tash says, let's hope. By the way, Tash, I'm very sorry to hear about your pet. I did read the story on Facebook, and my thoughts are with you, and I understand how much suffering that is caused you, right? So Marcus says he can't wait. Mark Sala says you're going. Guys, girls, hit Nicola up. Get your tickets. The whole team is going, says Leo. I'm pumped and excited. Gang, I'm signing off. Just over the moon about the conference, just over the moon about the fact that I'm going to Melbourne tomorrow to present at a conference, and then I'm going to Brisbane, and then I'm going to Byron. Life's good.